And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. First down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
All right, here we go. Green, 30, Leopard.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Chandler Jones in there for sack number 127 in his great career. Moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. To throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A handoff as they run the counter play. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now back to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I'd say that qualifies as a pretty darn good opening series. Get them into 3rd and long, get them out of their comfort zone, and guess what? Get your crowd into it early, too.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Over! Here we go now!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 32-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dan under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Jordan Evans in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll look to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A very... solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rallied quickly after the broken tackle. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. Finding room to the... Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3. All right, now look at 56.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So they ran against the 4-6 defense. Not only did they run against it, they tried to run it right up the gut.
And that's really not a great place to go when you're running against what is commonly known as the Bear defense, made popular by those great Chicago Bears teams. No place to go right in the middle of that.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tim Williams in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he had a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive lineman? We're seeing less and less.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. To throw here. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that's going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. Dances by him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. This is Coleman. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Christian Kirksey coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. He'll drop to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Chris Wormley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 22. Ooh, the juke. And he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They begin the drive with Coleman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the 1st down.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Coleman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 99. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. 3-19.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Chris Wormley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
All right, here we go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Coleman now, and he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 36. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. fighting his way through contact. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, two-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
No. Check, Patriot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. To throw is Kelly. Throwing on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a Carolina first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Coleman. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
That gets him the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Browns on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Defense showing blitz. Now a handoff looking right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. I love the look you just gave me because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the first down or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
Here's Matt Bosher now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Down to 7 seconds now. 6. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Well, going into the final play of this game.